Good morning, everybody, and welcome back. It is Monday. And of course, I just got up a little while ago, and I is gonna just like get the morning crud. All right. Anyway, so let's get started with some news. First of all, there has been a change in shopping day to Friday at 9 a.m. with Krista. So therefore, there will be a show on Friday, but it will be later. I don't know if we're gonna me and Krista having the show together or if it's gonna be separate. And the reason I say that is I'm not gonna have a lot of extra money to take us out to breakfast, really. But here's the thing that you also need to remember: I gotta get blood work done at the labs. So if we do go to anywhere in Torrington, Walmart, or whatever, that will be, because I remember I told you yesterday, on Saturday Sunday, I believe it was Sunday, I said that, Saturday, that the bleach lady was up to her old, tricks. And, I know I'm wearing one of the underwears that she attacked, but they don't seem to be like they're ripping right now. But I do wonder if they're going to start ripping, and if I should go grabbing that package of underwear just to be safe. I noticed that she doesn't really do my socks, so that's good. But she did do one of my towels in the past, long ago, which was already kind of beat up because we put it in the refrigerator to collect the condensation. So, yeah, I know that sounds stupid, isn't it? But anyway, so Friday there will be a morning show, but I don't know if it's gonna be morning or afternoon. Please check your local listings. There will be something going on, I'm sure. And let's get to the weather forecast to start with this morning. As we are aware, the weather changes and it is very fickle. Today, expected high is 26 degrees Celsius. It's going to be mostly sunny. It says partly cloudy. I don't know if it's quite that. Yeah, it's looks okay right now. I have 26 degrees. Tuesday, partly cloudy again, high at 25. Wednesday, with 60% chance of thunderstorms, a high at 24 degrees. Thursday, 60% chance of rain, high at 23. So I don't know if there's a trend here. It looks like there's some trends here. Thursday, 60% chance of rain, as I said. 23. Friday, partly sunny, a high of 25. Saturday, a 60% chance of rain, high of 19. Sunday, most partly cloudy, high of 23. And Monday, kind of the same thing, high of 23. I'm not seeing any major heat waves at all here in the forecast. So I think what's happening is there's something strong that's keeping. Who the hell are you? Somebody just texted me a message that said, not available for what? Okay, so Chris says, okay, that's fine. So it'll be Friday, as I said, 9 a.m. And another text message. Okay, just refreshing it. Okay. Now, I put out a video yesterday. It ended up becoming two-part video because of the way Android actually breaks videos that are too big into 4 gigabyte chunks. Unfortunately, the problem with doing that is that I first of all, one, I did not want to upload a video at 1080p. Unfortunately, that's what the phone uploaded the video as, which took forever to upload. Second of all, if I had managed to preset the settings to 720p, the video would not have taken as long to upload and would have been easier to watch on older devices. Yeah. I don't know. So let's take a look at the questions and see what's going on this morning. It's Monday. I know everybody's kind of still half asleep. Everybody's like, all right. So server in the top here. Double Clee says hi. Old Random Coy says morning, honey. Glitch says, hey Lumi, how are you doing? I'm doing fine. Marissa the Banshee says, is there any good restaurants in the area? What's your favorite places to go to? Well, Winston's mostly Italian, but there is at least one open Chinese restaurant in the downtown Winston area. And mostly I go to is McDonald's and ABC Pizza. I've also done Noli's, which is another Italian restaurant. It's a little higher brow. Another one that's almost equal in highbrowness is Monaco's to Noli's. So if you want higher brow Italian, the two restaurants I would say is Noli's and Monaco's. So that's what I would say. But the prices are higher, and the food's not bad. I ate with Monaco's of Noli's. Ed Rip a real one. No, Ed's quite live. Apple C, good morning, Michelle, my sister in Christ. And my brother in Christ. God bless you. I kind of consider myself kind of a female, but alright, whatever, I'll accept that. Good morning to you too. Good morning to you too. Hi Krista, how you doing? Okay, so I actually uploaded 2 videos yesterday. Oh, like I said, it was supposed to be one, but then I'm becoming part 1 and part 2. But if you get a chance to watch it, please do. I don't want to rehash it here, but to say is, it goes into a lot of detail and some very interesting points of the new fatness craze. The fatness craze. You've heard of the thinness craze in the 80s. Well, the fatties took back and revenge on the thinnies. And, well, I think it's kind of stupid personally, but, Apple C says, oh, my mistake. Must have been misunderstood. So, yeah, and it's okay. Oh, sorry. No problem. Yeah, so anyway, to make long story short, we are at a pretty stable view count. We haven't been losing any real viewers. It's great. We've been slowly expanding to more people, which is great. I heard a couple tarot readings for me and Lemmy, regarding people that have been trying to basically trash my channel. I want to talk about them because we know who they are. They're not here, obviously. And what the tarot reader said is, one of them is a Leo and the other one's a Capricorn. Now I know both signs of both individuals, and they are both a Leo and a Capricorn. And what it is that they were hoping so bad to because they're jealous, because my channel is doing better than they are. Let me just say to anybody who feels like this, don't be mad. Get motivated. Because, if you want to be like the person that you're seeing on YouTube, then it should be an incentive to step up your game. Because if you can step up your game, if you want to be like Jane Doe Public, then you need to step up your game to at least the level of Jane Doe Public. Darnell says hello. I guess Woo is hello. Yeah, so anyway, the point I was trying to say is that let's talk about some facts here. Looking at the thumbnails of Leo. Leo has gone from a redhead to a blonde. The same shade of hair I got. Okay, so you figure that out. Did she go blonde because she wanted to go blonde, or did she go blonde because she's trying to look more like me? She don't look like you. It's like Rosemary Clooney said, "There'll never be another you." That's true. There will never be another you, but there will always be someone trying to be another you. Do you like the summertime? Is it vacation for the summer? It's usually a vacation, but it's really so for this year has been very, very cool here in the West and the East Coast, which is good because I gotta see a drop in my electric bill because everything's going up in rate. I haven't heard any more from Ed at all. I don't know. He hasn't said anything to me on Discord. I have no idea what he's doing right now. No, it's not dead. I mean, it could be impossible, but I don't think so. You would think, well, since I don't have a release sign within the medical clinic, I really honestly wouldn't know. So, if he is dead, if they wouldn't tell me anyway. They might tell Stan because Stan was working with him in his case management team. But I haven't seen Stan around either. He said he deleted his Discord. He's lost. It means that he's no longer going to be getting his messages anymore. And I'm sure he's got messages pulling up for him too. Krista, if he deleted his Discord, I hope he knows how to reactivate the software because sooner or later he's going to want to reach back out to me sooner or later. Yeah, I'd like him to rather focus on his care personally, but I know Ed, he's gonna, I don't know what he's gonna do. Yeah, they say they do, and maybe that's true, because when I had brown hair, I didn't have very much fun at all. I actually ended up basically bored most of the time. But even as a blonde, I'm bored most of the time. So I guess it's more of a personality thing more than your hair color issue. I wish Stan CT would reach out to me on the show and let me know what's going on. He deleted his Discord and, I kind of deleted him from Messenger, so. I said sort of because he's not actually deleted. I just put him blocked. Or ignored him precisely. Not blocked, just ignored. one of the last messages he sent to me was, I got a plan and I want you to be part of it. I said, nope, not happening. And let me explain why. I didn't want to go into a lot of detail on that, but the hell with it. He can't physically, again, like I said, physically, he cannot manage up here on the third floor. He can't do it. All right? He does not have the ability, especially now, to handle up 3 flights of stairs. Even if he can get up 3 flights of stairs, he needs help getting everything done, from getting out of bed to getting dressed to taking a bath. And I don't have the appropriate tools. For example, to get him into the tub. And in getting him out of bed, he tried to get himself out of bed and he ripped a muscle, or tore a muscle in his chest. Because he likes to throw his weight from his chest forward, but his chest muscles are weak. And then they basically pulled one and then he got a hernia from it. Why is Stan particularly mad at me, though, Krista? See, I don't understand why Stan is mad at me, because I never did anything wrong to Stan. But I certainly do understand why he's mad at Ed. Sad to live a double life like that. Favorite part of the show is Michelle looking down the Cummings cup. Why is that? Is it because it looks like I'm trying to actually, does it seem like I'm trying to look at the cup, hopeful something magic is going to come out of it or something? Because unfortunately it drove him nuts. He refused to do what the doctor told him to. He whines and he cut me off too. He cut Ed off, he cut me off. Well, I don't need a roommate as much as Ed needs a nursing home. Trust me, I've been living on my own for quite a few years. This apartment is not really designed for 2 people. I did do it. I did give it a try. I had homeless Mike here for a while. I had Ed here for a while. I don't think this place is ideal for either situation. How you doing, Ben Monster TV? If anybody could reach out to Stan CT and ask him why he's mad at me. I got the impression he was definitely fed up with that. From his last message I heard from him, he was definitely fed up with that. Well, ask him this, Krista, before you leave, or before you send any text. Ask him why is he mad at me specifically. Because I didn't do anything wrong. I worked with Stan to get the information together. And, but I can tell you, I understand that he definitely was fed up with Ed and Ed's tomfoolery and games. Ed is so mentally challenged that he probably still is telling the nurses he's about to move to Florida when he's on his deathbed frat block. I think you're right. I think that's exactly what's happening. I bet you anything that's exactly what's happening. Yes, Ed is the one reason that Stan left. It is not me. I didn't do anything wrong. Krista, if you're still in communications with Stan, oh, wait, what? There's something else. I really did not know, Lenny. Lenny. This is another one of those messages from one of those trolls. Alright. Well, I mean, like I said, I did send Stan a message on text message. He never got back to me. Krista, if I send you Stan's phone number, would you be able, or should we wait for a bit and reach out to Stan and find out what the story really is? Update, Herschel Walker, prevention, honey, YouTube, no live, Connecticut Republicans. Oh, nothing really need to be done there. Says here, I can send Michelle a text that he sent me and why he cut you guys off. Okay. Michelle, I have the text that he sent me and I will send it to your phone. Okay. It's all his fault. Meaning it's all Ed's fault. Right. Stan liked the morning show. He actually did enjoy listening to the morning show. Maybe he still is listening to the morning show. It's just that I cannot blame Stan for feeling frustrated with Ed's baloney. I really can't. Okay? Because Ed keeps doing this stupid garbage. Ed never appreciated what he had living here with you. He had some sort of complex life where he always thought he was too good for everything, like he was somehow entitled to more in life. Yeah, I got that impression too. Could be the way he was raised. Even though he was an adopted son, he actually was raised by a very well-to-do family. So he actually wanted, it's kind of like the TV show Keeping Up with Appearances. He wanted to be like, oh shoot, the woman's name skips my mind now. But anyway, but the poor husband there was like trying, Richard, I forget what her name was. Anyway, that's right, Hyacinth. Holy crap. I mean, he was like, Hyacinth. He was like, oh, I want to start a business. I want to put money in the bank and eventually get a car. I want to do all this. And the fact is, to do that, he would do is burn people unintentionally, saying that, okay, I'll pay you back later. And then, of course, he couldn't afford to pay them back. And that was what the problem was, is that he was so focused on getting something done that he would forget that there are people that were getting hurt in the process. Michelle, we should wait. Don't give me Stan's number. I have the last text he sent me on Discord. Private messages. I think I have them too. I don't even know if I'm still in that group anymore, Krista. I think I stormed out of there too. Because I got the last message too from the Discord. I shared it with the NASQ support team. And No, not really. We're not gonna have too much drama. We're just kind of wrapping up with the drama. It's just the leftover little nits that just seem to keep coming up over and over again. First of all, Skynet, Ed has deleted his Discord. That's why you haven't heard him talk anymore on Discord. Second of all, I blocked him on Facebook Messenger, so I won't be hearing from him either. So basically, the only person that has any kind of connection at all to Ed right now is Krista. And I don't even know what she's been saying he's been up to, because he hasn't really said much to her. Third of all, we need to get some World of Warcraft in with Vapor soon. And like I said this morning, the weather is going to be mild. So today is going to be a good day to do some good stuff. Yeah. So, stable 16 today. Let's get some of the panel open. As much as I don't want to deal with noodles. Oh yes. By the way, if you noticed, I put a couple videos out on general chat. These tarot readings, especially the last one, confirms my suspicion that Blazing Leo is trying to, in a sense, impersonate me. That's the blonde hair in her thumbnail. Also, Noodles was trying to sabotage me so bad that his boomerang basically slapped him in the face. He actually kind of realized that he basically got himself into more of a pickle with the swatting that he was willing to deal with. So, yeah, it was just very interesting the way that the tarot reader pointed out exactly what I suspected. A short episode before we can play at work. Well, I'll tell you what, we all know that this show tends to run into 1 o'clock, right? Yeah, you're going to be free about 1 o'clock, Skynet? Of course, one Vapor might be at work still. Okay. I don't work until 2. So you're going to play World of Warcraft for a freaking hour? What time are you home after work? Because I've been tending to get a pretty sleep, and then I wake up about midnight, and then I would be just puttering around the computer or stuff. So what time are you free in the early mornings, evenings for today? Okay. Oh, I can end my show at 12 if that's what you want. I mean, that's not a problem. Wait, I know. Unfortunately, the Soup Kitchen hasn't been open for eating and dining, so no, we have not been. I'm free this morning. What, are you free after midnight tonight? Are you free after midnight tonight? I know you're free at 2 in the morning, but I'm 2 in the afternoon, but that's not what I asked you. Yeah, ever since the pandemic, they decided that, that's no reason to be open because someone just deliver your meals to a slot in the door. Oh, okay. Alright, we'll see what we can do with 12 noon then. See what we can do for 12 noon. Skynet, what's your plans for Tuesday? I might as well ask that. Let's find this out ahead of time. What about Tuesday? What time Tuesday? Because, I mean, I'm trying to keep a couple open doors here. They don't have a Vetco store. Sometimes you'll see me at the Cumberland Farms patio. Okay, then why don't we schedule it for Tuesday? What time on Tuesday? Oh, I know. I get it. Do I not get it? I kind of, ears can make me stand out. So people know me from the ears, and a lot of people like the ears. In fact, if I leave the ears off, they keep asking me where my ears are. Okay. Darnell says TUWU. I'm going to get a truck. Okay, what kind of truck? 4x4 pickup truck? Box truck? Tractor trailer? Dodge, Buick, Freightliner, Peterbilt? Which kind of truck? I think that'd be kind of interesting if you ever get yourself a tractor trailer truck, right? Oh, that's what's up. Okay. Stan says, Michelle, do not give me my phone number out to anyone under any circumstances. I am not mad at you, but I will be your worst enemy if you give out my phone number. Okay. But Stan, why have you not talked to me? I understand about the Ed situation. And trust me, I'm just as fed up with it as you are. Now he deleted his Discord, so we can't talk to Ed through Discord either. Sometimes, back in the old days of Google Hangouts, it was really notoriously bad because if you showing the Google Hangout screen, and all of a sudden phone numbers would be top there. This is thanks for trying to help Ed, even though he is beyond help and friggin' delusional. Yeah, we appreciate your efforts, Dan. We really know you did try. And there's not much you can do in a situation like that. You can't fix stupid. The only thing you can do is put a band-aid on top of stupid. But stupid's still stupid. Stan, have you been keeping up with the Discord? I mean, in general messages, I saw your pizza, pepperoni pizza and recipes. I didn't. I just happened to land on top of it. It looked interesting. Thank you for helping Ed Stan. I really appreciate, even though he's been the way he's been. I am busy at work and I have a real life outside of YouTube. Yeah, I know. I know you do. I am well aware of that, Stan. Well, as I said, I can understand exactly why Stan is angry about Ed. I took advantage of him too. Ed took Stan to the cleaners. I mean, emotionally. I wouldn't know about physically, but emotionally. He took Stan to the cleaners. We're doing okay. Yeah, we're fine. Otherwise, the KFC jobs are doing their good work, even though, because I noticed my right eye is trying to work better and it's suffering from eye strain. I made sure to put the eye drops in and keep my eyes closed for 15 minutes. We all have our own real lives outside of YouTube. That's why I don't do 5, 6, 7, 8 hour shows. Because I have things that I need to do. Craig Sr. says Michelle likes disgusting a man trying to help him out. You don't know how aggravating it is. I went through with my mom. Thank God my wife took care of most of his business and of it. Stan CT, the Ed come to you. No, he did not. That he did not do. Unfortunately, Ed has a habit of burning his bridges. He keeps doing stupid shit. And then he keeps getting I don't know. I don't think Ed is ever going to recover. Maybe they should just slip him some sodium pentothal and be done with it. God. I mean, seriously, maybe he might be better just passing on into the other side and maybe starting over again. This is his first life, but I mean, seriously. Oh, wait, don't even have to do that. He's already kind of basically at death's door already. Hi, Craig, how you doing? All right, let me get the panel open. I didn't forget you guys. Just gonna get the panel here. I just don't want to deal with some person's non grata. We know who they are. Yeah, we know who they are. The female of the two-person team, I wouldn't mind talking to. But Noodles, no. Hell no. Noodles, I don't want to deal with Noodles. Noodles is just absolutely a waste of time. Okay? Stan, I'm sorry I didn't call you back. I will be calling you today. I didn't know what the best time was for you. I know you work, but I will make him a business guy. Oh, Craig, I left you a question on your answering machine. If you would like me to have Skynet reach out to you to fix your phone issue because he's more familiar with Android. He might be able to do it early today before he goes to work if you want him to help you figure out how to get the Discord stuff working. I did send you a text message. I believe I sent it to your cell. I'll be honest. Maybe I sent it to the wrong phone number. Asking you if you would like me to give your number to Skynet so that he can call you and help you get your Discord working. You're right. Absolutely, Stan. What you said about Ed. Michelle, he's not going to recover because he doesn't have the will to recover. He's got no gumption to get better. He just wants to have a pity party. Ed doesn't have a phone in the room, he said. Thank God. He had a Discord for a while and he was driving everybody on my Discord and annoying me. No, I meant not Ed's phone number. I said, okay, I don't have Ed's phone number because he doesn't have his phone activated. Yeah, I know. There you go. He doesn't have his phone activated. Let me get the Google Panel Meet link up. Oh, Krista, on Friday we're going to be going to Walmart again. Gonna pick up another pack of underwears because the bleach lady was at it. I did manage to get most of the toxic chemicals out, but I got a feeling we're gonna have some ripped underwear, so we're gonna have to get some more anyway. So we're gonna have to go to Walmart on okay. Or sort of pass my son. Well, you also never be right, well, why don't you just put it on the Discord? Because that worked out too. It did, yeah. People actually were able to reach out to you on the Discord. I got messages here. It says here, do not get my phone number. I am not mad. I got that message. Okay. Next message. Oh, okay. Okay, so let's get the panel up also on the let's see. Okay, only general chat, no music. Okay, so we have the Discord panel open and general chat, no music, and we have the Google Meets panel open as well. And the only person I don't want to deal with is Noodles. I don't know. Grading Leo, maybe. No, because I have nothing to do with that. I will be back in a little while, say around 11. Okay. Well, the thing is that in the case of the train set that we gave to Craig, we had to make a custom converter box to run modern cars on a higher voltage power supply using the old controllers. which basically was nothing more than a couple 1K or 100 ohm resistors, and it worked. You know, it worked. It just was. So, yeah, so the bleach lady, messed up my underwear a little bit. I don't see any rips yet, but I mean, I washed them again in white vinegar afterwards to get out any of the chemistry. But I have a feeling that the cotton material definitely feels more like sandpaper now. So I got a feeling those underwears are going to rip. And so I'm going to have to get some more. A lot more. At least another 6 pairs of underwear. Those things are friggin' expensive. But I'll be honest, everything's gotten expensive. Everything. I don't care where you buy. Probably. No. I think you might be right about that, but I mean, it sounds like a stupid thing to say, especially when they're on a clothesline that's way out of the way on the other side of the porch. Yeah, well, I mean, it's sort of stupid. Why doesn't she actually talk to me? I would tell her straight out nicely, say, look, I only put the laundry outside because, first of all, I only have so much shower rod. I had more shower rod, I would have had them in the house. Yeah, but the problem is the underwear is getting damaged, and I I think that's a horrible way to deal with it. Since prior to them, somebody actually poured the same chemistry all over one of my towels and one of my favorite tops, and basically made it all disintegrate. Yeah, I know that. It is cowardly. She thinks from talking to her about her Cadillac. I happened to be bringing the garbage out, and I thought I was gonna fall. So I put my hand on her car to prop myself up to make sure I didn't fall over. And she came out yelling and screaming at me, saying, "How dare you touch my car? I see you on camera! Yeah. Lady, I was about to fall. I needed to stable myself. Well, I don't want your grubby paws all over my beautiful Cadillac." I didn't even do anything to your car. I just put my hand on the bumper because I had to prop myself up. And oh yeah, you missed the garbage dumpster with your trash bag. Yeah, and then I went and I picked it up again. No, you didn't. Yes, I did. It's in the garbage. It's in the dumpster itself now. Well, I saw on the camera that you basically dropped it and didn't even go back. I did go back. And what camera? Apparently, she has cameras in her car too. What? Is she that afraid of? Well, I'm not going to argue with her. At least now, at least they leave the door open in the summertime. Like I asked him to. Honey, if they were regular soap, the underwear wouldn't be turned into paper. That's for sure. I don't know what chemistry she's using, but she basically turns my underwear into paper. Maybe they're using paper bleach, because they sure don't smell like Clorox. Yeah, I know she is. She even tried to barge away into my apartment one time when me and her were talking. She said, "I'm coming in." "No, you're not." I pushed the door shut, but she's trying to push the door open. I said to myself, "Why the heck are you coming in my apartment for? I don't want you in my apartment. Get lost." Yeah. You might want to be careful. It could be. No, it's not itching powder. I know what itching powder is. This is not that. I think this is like a commercial cleaning chemical. I don't know what it is, but damn, it destroys cotton like you won't believe. And no, it's not battery acid. I have personal experience with battery acid, and I know what that does to cotton and wood, apparently. It's just kind of stupid to do that to people. And then last year, she was throwing her banana peels all over my side of the porch, and her watermelon rinds all over my side of the porch. And I wouldn't be surprised if she threw some I think she did. Oh, actually, she didn't throw it out there, but I think we did. Unfortunately, we put it back outside, and the raccoons came up and they ripped my bags open. But I don't think that was her fault. But beef with a total crazy because they are unpredictable. Yeah, I'm trying not to start. I'm trying very hard not to start trouble with these people. I mean, the landlord saw some of the stuff that she was throwing on my door jamb, the white residue, and he was like ballistic. It was like, "What is this crap?" I said, "I don't know. Ask Six. Did you give him permission to do this?" "No, I did not give him permission to do this. Why is they only doing it to your doors?" Exactly. Why are they only doing it to my doors? How you doing, Paul? Panels are open. I don't know what. Oh, a baseball bat. Oh. Uh, I'm doing fine. I'm doing fine, Jojo. All right, let's see if we can get some people on the panel this morning. So with, and I know she's not gonna be available right now. Um, let's see if we can get some people on the panel this morning. Also, the panel on Discord is also open right now. If anybody wants to join on the Discord side, the Discord panel is also open. If you are not a member of Discord, well, for those of you who block Nightbot so much, I can only just say is yeah. So let's see what we got going on here. Nobody on the panel. Nobody in the chat group. You make it harder for me to keep everybody in touch what's going on, because when you block Nightbot, I know that my Nightbot was annoying for a while, but we still have it, but it does not post comments anymore. It doesn't post links that much anymore. Actually, it posts no links anymore. So which means that if something's on this Nightbot, like the Google Meet link, which I have to save because I just said save, copy the Nightbot one from the subscribing to the panel. I mean Discord. Okay, that's copied. All right. Okay. Oh, a panel stream, so you'll be letting those weird middle-aged junkies troll you for the next hour. Not necessarily. If you're talking about Leo and Noodles, no, they're not going to be here. If you mean JoJo, Andrew, Paul, Skynet, those are people who are welcome to be on my panel. Plus, right now we have the panel link also open on Discord. The sad truth is, we all know that, like the tarot reading said, is that Noodles and Leo are jealous, according to the tarot reading. And they tried so hard to sabotage my channel that it blew up in their face. Of course it did. And I'll tell you why. It blew up because instead of working together, she's trying to impersonate me. And at least in looks. And she's trying to follow my YouTube channel format. Okay. And the point here is that Leo and Noodles, because I'm sure they're watching this, instead of trying to become a counterfeit or Me Too thing, how about upping your game? Get rid of the stupid StreamYards. Get yourself a decent video switcher tool that works good. I mean, there is a web-based version of a stream switching tool. I forgot what it's called. I know that Michael Freiberg talked about it. It works kind of like OBS, but it's a web-based tool. It doesn't use I don't know if it has an app for a mobile app, but StreamYards, as much as some people like StreamYards, is not a full stream management tool. It's kind of a quick and dirty, kind of like Google Meet, Google Hangouts Online used to be. It's not really ideally suitable for the type of stuff that we do. Google Hangouts Online, for those of you who don't remember Google Hangouts, or even Google Hangouts Online, Google Hangouts Online was Google Hangouts that could stream, and it would do pretty good. The problem is that your other panel cohabitants couldn't silence the moderator. I never saw any software that would allow anyone to silence the moderator or silence each other, but that's exactly what the Google Hangouts Online used to do. It was very easy to get flooded in I don't know. I don't know what's, what you got in your refrigerator, but I know that I haven't eaten a bowl of cereal yet. So anyway, the point is so the Google Hangouts Online was a featured streaming platform prior to the YouTube webcam streaming tool. I don't think they were actually in existence at the same time. Basically, the webcam streaming tool is good for one-on-one. Like if you want to have a panel and stream to it, that's fine. Also, but that's not entirely true because you can link in with OBS into the Google webcam software. Or it can link in CamTwist. I still miss CamTwist. I know that CamTwist seemed kind of limited for when it came out. It was actually really quite sophisticated. It is definitely like an actual video switcher with a little control panel, and I forget what the effect was called, skew optic or something. It's like it had layers. Video streams have layers, right? This one certainly does. Like you got the background, which is the scene behind me. You got me in the chair on the midground, and then you have the phone numbers and links posted those to the foreground of all. I never grilled apples either. I'll make some maple and brown sugar. I already know I'm gonna have to get another 2 gallons of milk. Why 2 gallons? Because I got enough chocolate pudding to basically. Oh, if you're gonna start making popsicles, you're gonna use a lot of milk very quick. Yeah. So let's say what's dessert. I mean, if you got apples and cinnamon, why couldn't you make a a small apple pie? I bought enough chocolate and vanilla pudding that I can make some cream pies. I'm actually kind of tempted to do it. As I talked about yesterday about my video about the baking program, is just to do just that. To do a baking show, a cooking show. And the only thing I can point it out in the fatness stream, that's why, how did we do on that stream? Checking. And updating. Okay, right now. Content. They ended up being 2 parts. So part 1 has 44 views, and part 2 has 27 views. I did not realize there was 2 parts to the file. That I forgot that Android in my phone saves files no bigger than 4 gigabytes each. So, which means that, they become part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4, part 5, whatever. And then, of course, and I thought that YouTube would automatically get the files uploaded all at one time, even though there were multiple parts, and they didn't. I don't know about making them both at the same time. But theoretically, we could. I only have 1 pie plate, though, so. And I have to get some graham crackers to make graham cracker crust and some butter. The whole idea is what I want to do eventually is I want to try to actually show cooking from scratch. And there's a couple interesting recipes that I am kind of curious about. But since one of the ingredients in one of the recipes I'm very much allergic to, I don't know if I can do it. And that is what they used to do in the Great Depression to make cake. And also did during World War One was they would make cake with mayonnaise instead of oil and eggs. The problem is I'm allergic to mayonnaise. So I don't know if I can make that cake. And even if I did, I'm going to explode just like Lacoste there, Emerald Lacoste. All of a sudden, you see this big roly-poly female chef basically running around the kitchen wearing a size 5 6X piece dress, trying to basically figure out how to see her shoes. That's what I'm afraid of, is the weight problem. When was the last time I had a cream pie? We bought a frozen one about 2 months ago. I wouldn't know about that. I mean, if you're talking about the other kind of cream pie, I think he's talking about the other kind. Let's leave that one alone. But, no, we actually, of the food type of cream pies we're talking about, my mom would sometimes buy them for dessert. Sometimes. Craig Senior says, Michelle, you know what an easy graham cracker pudding pie is. You make your pudding, then you layer your graham crackers on a layer of pudding, and another layer of graham crackers, and repeat. Yeah, you can buy them frozen. Edwards makes them. The ones that my mom used to buy at the store or used to have an interesting decorative topping on it. It's still basically, I think it was non-dairy creamer, but I'm not sure. They would put these little splats and fill them up like on the little top of these little dabs, and it was just, and then you serve it thawed, and it was actually pretty good. But I actually no. A pie machine. But I also want to try to make an apple pie, and I mentioned that because grilled apples sound like a possibility for ingredients for an apple pie. Well, that with some cinnamon on them, apple pie is relatively easy. It's not that hard to make. Well, I do remember from when I had Food Network how to make a graham cracker crust, so that's not too hard to do. It's just, and also, like I said, if I can get myself acquainted with baking things from scratch. The problem is, what are you going to do with all the damn food? All of a sudden, remember, for the reasons of the show, ideally you should make 2 pies or 2 cakes, because you got to show the finished one and you got to show the one as you're baking it. Or you can use the same pie and cake for the recipe, for the show. Right. I bought some really big chocolate pudding, instant pudding mixes. I mean, I bought 5.1 ounce packages of Jello chocolate instant pudding. I didn't realize how big the packs were. I said, because I'm usually by the 2.9 ounce ones. And I said, well, I know that the ones are going to be bigger, but they're cheaper per ounce. So I bought these big, honking, huge chocolate instant pudding that's like this size box. They're huge. I was like, oh my goodness. I said, those are big, man. I said, and the vanilla ones I bought were just a wee bit smaller, but not by much. I'm like, oh, I'm going to have to definitely stack up on the milk. I don't like pumpkin stout. I just remember it's a Bank Holiday Monday, Bloody Queen Jubilee. Well, what's wrong with that? It's like you guys get your day off. You guys get your day off today. Yeah, I know my Cumberland's cup skin's kind of beat up. I'm going to have to go out and get some more cups. And I found out that if I buy something Cumberland Farms, even if it's not a drink, if I go in and buy something on my food stamps, and then I can grab some of the Cumberland Farms cups, and will be charged for my food stamps. So I only usually grab 4 at a time because I figure that it's not fair to take the entire sleeve of cups and say mine. I think that would be kind of stupid. But maybe if I went out there and said to nicely to the cashier, "Hey, I'd like to buy a sleeve of cups, please, and a matching set of lids." Of course, what the hell would I do with about 30 cups? I just need like 4. That's why I hate pumpkin. Please, no more pumpkin spice. Every ornament's this way. And it's like pumpkin spice coffee, pumpkin spice air fresheners, pumpkin spice pie, pumpkin this, pumpkin that. Please, spare me. Try to make the graham crackers with the pudding in the middle. I don't know. Strawberry's okay. I've had strawberry cheesecake. I've had plain cheesecake. I've also had it with other flavors as well. I've had strawberry and I've had regular plain cheesecake, but I've also had another one which I don't know what the topping. I think it was cherry. It was pretty good. I even had chocolate cheesecake. It was good too, but damn, you wonder how many calories are in that thing. I don't like pumpkin pie. End of story. Right on, dude. I can't either. I'll stay away from the pumpkin pie. Patty used to use pumpkin spice air freshener in her apartment year round, and it was like my nose would itch. It's like, can I get into another scent other than the smell of pumpkin pie? Like, how about the smell of fresh? I mean, because they do have air fresheners with this, like the smell of fresh, clean, sheets, or I think they have one that's like the smell of laundry, fresh laundry, and it's like pumpkin spice, yuck. Lemon curd ice cake. I have heard of it, but I've never had it. Ever been to a cheesecake factory? Oh, I know I have not. I've never been to Cracker Barrel either. Oh, I know what you're talking about. The top thin layer. What I will sometimes do is I discovered this about 3 years ago. Is I found out that if you take the chocolate pudding mix and you put it into a plastic container, say like I don't know, So now they can hold like 4 cups of milk, and you shake it. It makes a hell of a shake, very thick, and you can drink it straight down. I mean, sinfully delicious. Unfortunately, sinfully is exactly right, considering how much calories you're guzzling down when you're drinking a pudding like that. I can tell you, it's something I would not recommend you do on a regular basis, but once in a while, a little bit of cheating doesn't hurt. Mojo says, Michelle, a cup of Yorkshire tea with apple and a jasmine donut, no hole. Strawberry. What's your favorite? Craig Sr. to Paul, what is your favorite pie or cake? Um, yes, that's what I have. I have some linen smell candles and air fresheners in my air conditioning system. Yeah. Who are the best local candidates? um, for friends or politicians? Or both. Depends on what you mean by local. Because they're. Remember, this show goes out all over the universe. Poutine pie, I don't know what that is, but. Oh, jam pie, okay. Strawberry jam, okay. Craig Sr. says, I think we have a group of wonderful bakers in the chat. I have never tried to make a cheesecake and probably never will, but the crust well, it's easy to make because you can get pre, you know, um just look up the recipes, Craig. It's not hard to make it. I've seen it good made and good eats. It's not hard to make cheesecake. It's really doesn't even it doesn't really require any baking if I remember correctly, but it other than making the graham cracker crust. That's it. You just pour in the cheese and whatever toppings you want to put in there, and then you put it in the refrigerator, let it chill. So pretty much. Oh, wait a minute. You do make the cheesecake. I stand corrected because on Cake Boss, that's exactly what they had to do because they had to, in other words, what Tony Velasco would do to prevent the cheesecake from cracking is he put a fine layer of water on the top of the pans when he puts them in the oven. So yes, they do bake them. I stand corrected. It's let's see. Gotta use English digestive biscuits for the base. You need a sidekick. I gotta get some digestives. I do have the ability to get some things ordered from the UK, Amazon Co. UK. I could get some digestives here. It may take a while to get here, but at least say, because of all the crazy shipping and all the crazy horse hockey about getting packages because of container shipping and all that. I could go to Amazon Co. UK and order some stuff. Yorkshire tea. Yeah, they do make that exactly. Nose cheesecake bakes. Yeah, for hard water from a hard water region. I really do have got to try those digestive cookies or biscuits. I really do. I really seriously. I keep hearing about them. Jason digestives. Sounds weird of a title for a biscuit, but well, I've seen them. They look good though. So like, Yeah, okay. I could try ordering some if I can get them delivered to me. Yorkshire tea I have not tried yet. Hell, I haven't even bought a kettle yet. I actually am thinking of buying an electric kettle because me and Krista were looking at them. We're watching. Funny, we were talking about kettles, and then Technology Connection does a video right afterwards on electric kettles. And it turns out that he points out that the electric kettle heats water faster than my kettle on top of the stove does. I'm like, really? 4 minutes? Wow, I'll take that. 4 minutes. Except my electrics in my apartment kind of suck, so basically I would have to start the kettle before I start the show. Unless I got a fancier one that lets me set the keep warm temperature on it. You know. These we call the chocolate ones are great, Michelle. Yeah, we'll try to get some. Are you into falafel and sarwana, etc.? I never heard of that. I have butter and cheese on my digestives. What flavor? I don't know. I don't know anything about the chocolate ones, but we do have some breakfast biscuits here. I forget who made them, but with your eye drops, I have you an automatic delivery. So if you need them before 4 months, please let me know. Okay, Greg, I will. By the way, thanks for the eye drops because they are starting to help my right eye. Of course, my right eye gets a little bit of eye strain as it's trying to get back to work, trying to focus on things. But it is actually starting to work in my right eye. I can tell you that some of the vision is starting to slowly come back. It turns out the reason why sometimes I wasn't doing too well was because I was kind of not leaving my eyes closed long enough. And so, um, you know, but once you let the eye drops sit in your eyes a little, close your eyes, let them sit in your eyes for 15-20 minutes. That means put on a tarot reading that hopefully doesn't get stuck with a million advertisements in it. So you always have to kind of help you guys go skip, skip, skip. Or just always find an ad blocker on a cell phone. When I lived in Arizona, so if you need any before 4 months, please let me know, okay? When I lived in Arizona, that was one pizza place called Brooklyn Real Pizza. On the secret to his pies was he had water from New York, say shipped in 5-gallon drums and 55-gallon drums. Yeah, it sounds interesting. Well, I guess you can ship water across country. I bet right now he's probably basically laughing his way to the bank right now while the rest of the West Coast is sitting in a drought. He's like, yeah, I bought 55-gallon drums of water from New York. You lucky shit. We can't even get the stupid Lake Mead to Baltimore to even have enough water to generate electricity. Sorry, I'm not shipping you enough water to fill Lake Mead. Water is very important to making breads and making beer. I remember in the 70s we had a whistle kettle on the stove. Yeah, so did we. It was kind of neat. At least it would whistle. When it was going to a hard boil, that you could just go turn it off. But what I like to do is I like my water warm, but I don't need it boiling hot. Especially for the teas. Because all I need to do is get to like about maybe about 70 degrees Celsius would be fine. I didn't really need it much higher than that. I suppose you could. I'm glad they're helping. Sorry it took so long to get them. That's okay. Do you have chocolate fannies? Now, I never heard of that. We might. Maybe under a different name. But we certainly do not have digestives in America, as much as I would like to know why. There's a lot of European food that we do not have. For example, in the United States, you cannot get an honest-to-God real cantaloupe. What you can get is a muskmelon. But why can't you get an honest-to-God real cantaloupe? I don't know. Elton Brown said the same thing. Everybody in America thinks muskmelons are cantaloupes, but cantaloupes are not muskmelons. But for some reason, you can't get them imported to the United States. Yeah. You love Walker's Crisps and cheesy quavers. I've had the Walker's Crisps, and yes, I do love them, but they're very hard to get over here in the United States. I never had cheesy quavers. I probably would like them too. Yeah. Well, Walker's Crisps. Well, the Walker's actually has been purchased by Frito-Lay. So there's no reason why you can't get Walker's Marmite Crisps in this country. But regular Walker's Crisps is the same thing as the Frito-Lay potato chip. It's not really that different. It's just... But the Marmite Walker's Crisps are damn good. I could easily go through a whole friggin' bag of them suckers. They were good. Right, because Walker's was bought by Lay's. The water in Arizona is awful. It is nasty. And that was back before bottled water was a big thing. I had central filter system going in my house with ultraviolet to clean the water. Frazzies, crisps, or yum and Twiglets. I've heard of Twiglets. I never heard of Frazzies. I like this stuff you said talking to me about. You got to send me some of these things. I really got to try them out. I really do got to try out some of these things. I'll be interested to see how they would taste. Well, I definitely like you said. My favorite flavor is definitely the Marmite ones. Walker's Marmite Crisps. Yeah, Marmite's good, but use it carefully. It's super salty, so if you are not careful, you could give yourself a really bad case of salt poisoning. So don't, for example, I would be stupid to do it anyway, but some people would do it. Don't put a ton of it on, say, a biscuit, and then, or not. I mean, not the, more of a savory biscuit, not the sweet biscuits. But anyway, don't put a ton of it on the savory biscuit like a saltine, and then sit to go, oh, this is good, tastes good. Be careful if you do that, because there's enough sodium in Marmite that you could seriously kill yourself if you're really careless. I would say if you really want it that way, just make like 4 of those little saltines, and then, but I don't even go that much Marmite. I tend to be a little bit lighter. How you doing, Paul?
Hey, Michelle.
Yeah, let's see if I can turn you up a bit.
Michelle, you can get all those items at Walmart, right?
What's that?
So you can get all those items at Walmart, right?
maybe Walmart.com, but they don't have all
No, I
this.
mean the store has an international aisle,
Oh,
and
okay.
you can go down the international aisle and probably find all those things. That's where I used to get these things. They're called Tim Tams.
Right.
Used to get these things called Tim Tams, and they only sell them in Australia.
Oh,
But
Tim
that's where I
Tams.
used to
They
find
have
them
them,
at.
I think, in the UK also.
Yeah, you can. They have an international aisle at Walmart. You can probably find all that stuff in
Well,
that
let me
aisle.
read this through. Craig Sr. says, Michelle, here's an easy tip. We're making wonderful tea. You take a big pickle jar and put a whole box of tea bags in it, let it sit for a couple of days, and depending on how strong you want it.
Yeah, sunbury tea
Branson
is good.
pickles. I don't really like pickles very much, so I probably would skip the pickle. Graham crackers, cheese, and pickle. I don't know. That'd be kind of strange to me. Graham crackers, cheese, and pickle. What else they got in that aisle, Paul? Says old Randall McCoy. Brian Case says,
Right.
Michelle, have you had baked spotted hyena? No. Never heard
Oh,
of
yeah, I wonder.
Tim
Yeah, I
Tams.
bet that tastes good. A hyena or a zebra.
Yeah, hyena and zebra. I don't know. I never had hyena or zebra.
I bet a unicorn, Michelle, would taste amazing. Like
It's
if you
a
could find
very
and kill a
rancid
unicorn,
taste,
those taste
but
good.
it's good on toast. Okay. That's Craig Senior said, Michelle, you ever hear of sprinkling salt on your cut up pieces of cantaloupe and makes it sweeter? Well, I actually haven't even eaten muskmelon, and that's what you're talking about because real cantaloupe is not imported into the United States for some reason. It's muskmelon.
You know, the same thing works on watermelon. If you put salt on watermelon, it makes it sweeter.
Yeah, okay.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
It's a browned mashed pickle, Michelle. Oh, well, that sounds bizarre to me. I hate pickles. Oh, especially the dill type. Please keep those things away from me. Those slimy, briny little. Oh, that's that. Um. I think Christina says. I think he means spotted dick and custard. That's something Americans probably would have a hard time wrapping their head around. A pudding type of it's called spotted dick. I think a typical American would be like, "What is this?" I've seen this stuff in a can from BigClive.com, but I really never tried it. It looks kind of weird. Some of the names of the products really do kind of make me seriously wonder. I used to have spotted dick in the 70s in school. Pudding. Yeah. Type of monkey. On my honeymoons to Sri Lanka, we tried this crazy dish that was squid, but the sauce was like some ass juice, some type of monkey. Angel Delight was a pudding in the 70s from my childhood. Angel Delight. What was that? What was that like? I mean, I never heard of this, but it sounds interesting. I mean, some of these names do kind of interest me a little bit because they're like, I wonder how the companies came up with these names. I mean, like, Spotted Dick certainly stands out. Like, where did it come up with Spotted Dick? And then, of course, when you look at you can see there's little spots in it, but I don't get the dick part. But same thing with the name of a biscuit called Digestives. Where did you come up with the name Digestives? Like, it sounds like some kind of a medication or something, you know? Angel Delight was a pudding in the 70s from my childhood. Yeah, oh, okay. Okay. It's a creamy mousse pudding. Oh, okay. I like mousse pudding. I like creamy mousse, yeah. Yeah. Chocolate mousse is my favorite. I don't know. I probably could look up the recipes to make how to make chocolate mousse. Yeah, I know. It's just some for Americans that have no knowledge of British cuisine, of British foods. This stuff is like same thing with Twiglets. I only know Twiglets by name. I never tried them, for example, but they sound like I don't know what they're supposed to be, but Twiglets. Um, I literally thought digestive was a type of homeopathic herbal pill. You were seeking the gut health like a probiotic. Exactly. Exactly. And that's what a typical American would think too. What is this? A probiotic health product in a pill in a cookie form?
According to Wikipedia, Twiglets are a wheat-based snack marketed in the United Kingdom that have a distinctive knobbly shape, similar to that of twigs and a speckled brown over pale color appearance.
Sounds like a cracker, like a pretzel kind of.
Kind of more like a pretzel.
Yeah, like a Twiglet. Yeah, that's what I was thinking it was. Like
yes, digestives are cookies. In American parlance. They're cookies. If you use the American term, that's what it is. I'll tell you about our meatballs called. What? Brains? Faggots. They still sell them. Really? That sounds different. I mean, how did these companies come up with these names? I mean, did something get lost in translation or something? Like, brains faggots? Then they just call them. Right, I understand that. Okay. Brains is family name. Okay.
Let's eat some faggot brains, Michelle.
Well, Brains was the name of the company, and it was the brand, and then they're just called faggots. It's weird for meatballs, so.
Fucking faggots.
You would think
Let's eat
if
some
you were
faggots.
going by description of what they look like, you'd probably call them Brains cerebellum. Or Brains, right? That would be kind of weird. Or
brains some faggot.
Brains classical, I don't know. Yeah. Right. So you need to get the sliced bread and butter pickle for sandwiches. Look them up. It's tradition here. I guess you could call them that too, right? I guess the problem with some American products names is we have some really stupid ones too. But none of our names of our products are that strange. I think. I mean, Paul, what is the most unusual food item you ever heard of in the United States?
I'd have to think about that one for a second. Most unusual food.
Okay, they're like a savory.
What about Rocky Mountain oysters, Michelle? You ever hear of Rocky Mountain oysters?
Yeah, I've heard of the name.
Yeah, I believe they're bull testicles.
Right. Become in so become. I just did a big job. What does that mean? Oh, I'm not even gonna ask what that means. Too late. You already asked. Okay. Did you have to use the plunger to push it down, Dave? Oh, that's right. You guys got 4-inch pipes going straight up to your toilet seat. That's right. You guys got pipes for your, unlike America toilets, which got these little tiny constricting pipes that barely can pass much at all. Armadillo is nuggets in Texas. Fish and chips, okay. And gator in Florida. Yes, I do know about the gator in Florida. And then, of course, I know that California has some unusual food items, like cronuts. Like, anyone know what a cronut is? I'll tell you what DD said it was. Cronut is this cross between a donut apparatus thing. Like, wow, what a concept, a cronut.
Yeah, it's a croissant donut pastry.
Right.
Michelle, what's the most exotic meat you've ever eaten? Now, I'm not talking chicken. I'm not talking fish. I'm not talking beef. But like, what's the most exotic meat you've ever tasted?
Not much. I haven't really eaten anything exotically. Most Americans are food for pretty much main fare. There's nothing really exotic here in this country. Okay, venison. I think venison would kind of go there because we used to get a lot of that in the Willimantic Soup Kitchen. Because we had a cook that was familiar with cooking venison, and there was a hunter that would bring it in, and they would cook it. Venison was good. That's the only one that stood out.
Yeah, it's tasty.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, I'm like ostrich, maybe a alligator, a rattlesnake. You ever tried any of those?
Ed Squirrel Burgers. Ed Squirrel Burgers.
Ed used to make squirrel burgers?
There's a thing called Marisha said that there's a product called Ed Squirrel Burgers.
I thought you were saying
chocolate-covered tarantulas are available in Cambodia. Yes, they are. Opossum balls. Okay, that's different. Kangaroo meat is available in Australia. Yep, that makes sense. That's where kangaroos are.
Yeah, I wonder what a kangaroo tastes like.
I don't know.
Or like a wallaby.
I don't know if they're like a wallaby. I don't know anything about this. Marcia, I have tasted alligator. It is delicious when it is deep fried with plenty of spice coating. It's not like people think. It's very tender. Also ate snake in Arizona. Yeah. Well, just because Arizona's got a lot of diamondback rattlesnakes and copperhead snakes, and so it's not like there's a shortage of reptiles in Arizona. Kangaroo steaks are a bit bouncy though. Marissa says, that's pretty cool, Craig. Maybe I will try giving a chance. Yeah, like I said, I never had a lot of unusual food. But I'll tell you, I'm going to tell you a true story when I first tried Marmite. Just like I said, just like with the digestives, I never tried it. And I knew about the love-hate relationship people had with Marmite because watching the videos. And I said, what the hell? I'll buy a small little jar of Marmite. It was like a 2-gram jar, right? So it came in the mail from eBay. And I didn't open it yet. And I could smell the Marmite just sort of getting it underneath the lid. And I was like, this smells good. I really, really got to try this. And I was supposed to do a video on it that afternoon. And I was like, oh man, I got to try this. Because this stuff is really, really getting my taste buds going. But I'm supposed to try this on the show. But fuck it! I opened the jar, stuck my finger in there, and was all of a sudden totally falling in love with the stuff. I never tried Marmite on anything other than the following things: Marmite on crisps from Cumberland Farms, excellent. Marmite on Ritz crackers, good. This is next one is common in the UK. Marmite on buttered toast in the oven, baked in the toaster, delicious. Okay, Marmite in mashed potatoes, not so much. Marmite in vanilla ice cream. This might surprise you. Actually, it's really not bad. Marmite in vanilla ice cream is actually really good. Except it doesn't really make a good sauce because it's kind of it's kind of clumpy, but it's good. Actually, I had it on French vanilla ice cream. It's actually decent. Put them on Jacob's crackers. Crackers with cheese, yeah. Peonies are. Marmite is a great source of vitamin B. Absolutely. Thiamine and niacin. So, if I ever run out of my levothyroxine, not my liver, sorry, my niacin, then I can just go ahead and crack open the jar of Marmite and put some on crackers every day. And
Is there anything you wouldn't eat Marmite on, Michelle?
what's that?
Is there anything you would not eat Marmite on?
From my personal experience, Marmite and mashed potatoes taste terrible.
Okay, fair enough.
But Marmite's and vanilla ice cream is actually good. So I don't know why. Instead of using chocolate sauce, just use Marmite.
Yeah.
Yeah. Marmite and crisps, aka potato chips, is also good.
So if someone were maybe to put some Marmite on their penis, would you sample it? Would you take it off? I'm sorry, Michelle. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Let's say Marmite is bloody expensive, but it lasts ages. Yeah, exactly.
Isn't it really salty, Michelle? Isn't Marmite salty?
It's very
is that
salty.
Vegemite?
Yeah. Marmite is bloody expensive. I just thought that was the import cost.
What does it smell like? What does it smell like, Michelle? You said you like the smell of it. What could you compare the smell of Marmite to?
It's made out of brewer's yeast extract.
Okay, so it kind of smells like a beer, kind of like a beery smell.
A little bit, yeah, but not that much. Like JoJo says, Marmite is bloody expensive. That lasts ages. I put it in my mince with bolognese or Bourville. Bourville is a beef extract, which is kind of similar to Marmite. I don't really know much about Bourville. I never tried it. I don't know about pancakes, cup of soups. Can you rub it on your body like an aphrodisiac? Stuff's very sticky. I don't think you want to rub it on your body unless you want to have your lover basically lick it off.
Yeah, that's the best part, Michelle. Yeah, it's really sticky. It takes longer to lick off. Exactly.
Yeah, it reminds me about the Marmite commercial with the couple. Oh my god. Yeah, there was this Marmite commercial where the woman likes this Marmite, right? And this guy comes over, right? And something about she kisses him and he can taste the Marmite in her breath and he's like, ah! I can't bust out. I never seen a company try to promote the product like that kind of advertising campaign. It's beef yeast extract, very salty, right? Like nutty, cheesy, tastes like nutritional yeast. It's made out of brewer's yeast leftovers. Yep, in Scottish Day we had cooked breakfast when we went. Pancakes. I don't understand why Americans have pancakes for breakfast. We don't have them all the time. Like a lot of people nowadays, we've gotten used to kind of eating things out of a box. I mean, like I can make frozen pancakes, frozen waffles, you know, bowl of cereal, and it's things like that we do. It's very common here. You either love it or hate it. Exactly. I like it. I love it actually. But I definitely tell people if you're gonna eat it, if for God's sakes, please, like it says on the jar, use sparingly. There's a reason they say it on the jar to use sparingly because if you put too much on that Marmite on your food, if you're not ready for the salt to slap you in the face, uh, I definitely would say is just put a very fine coating of Marmite on your Ritz crackers, for example. Don't go crazy putting on like thinking it's like like aerosol cheese. Hell, nah, but this big dollop on here, you're like you do that, you're gonna probably be especially if you've never had Marmite before, you're probably gonna be hurling really fast. Its stuff is good, but if you're not used to it, it's gonna bite you right when you don't want it to bite you. Um, um, it says, "What do you have in traditional cooked American breakfast?" Um, typical traditional American breakfast usually consists of eggs, toast, and usually a meat like a sausage or bacon, what you guys call rashers, and that's pretty much an American breakfast. It's pretty plain. It's not like a British breakfast. There's no baked beans in there. There's no. It's like the baked beans got left out. You'll have your boiled eggs, your scrambled eggs, and people have deviled eggs. I mean, not that much, but mostly they might have eggs Benedict, possibly. But usually it's boiled or fried or scrambled eggs. Um, Sometimes hash browns with those eggs, with usually sausages or bacon, and then a piece of toast with butter, and then of course a glass of milk, and maybe an orange juice on top of that. Um, yeah. Says Michelle, if you come here, I'll cook you a full English breakfast. I need to double check with the sink with baked beans, though, Mojo. I actually don't know. I don't like baked beans. I can't stand baked beans. It's the only thing I heard about English breakfast is baked beans things, and I was like, I said, dear God, no baked beans. I just can't stand baked beans. But otherwise, I wouldn't probably mind that. Bacon, Heinz beans, hash browns, plum tomatoes, eggs, toast, black pudding, and a mega tea. Blood sausage. Yes, I know what black pudding is. Some people may actually be turned off by the name black pudding, but blood sausage is what it is. Yes. And a couple of sausages. Yep. The best breakfast is the nectar of the gods, orange juice, fruit, dried meats, cheeses, and a nice soft bread. Okay, well, again, this is an interesting food show. um, I have to be honest. I think American cuisine over the years has become a very basically. I'm in a hurry to get things done. Rushing till life's no fun. I don't live and die, and I'm in a hurry, and I do know why. I need my breakfast fast, cause I gotta pass some gas. Whoa. Gotta go 65 in my busy 9 to 5. I'm in a hurry to get things done. Rushing till life's no fun. I'm in a hurry and cause I'm in a hurry and I do know why. I'm in a hurry cause I do know why. um, White pudding, my Irish Mama made. Okay. We don't have pancakes and scrambled eggs.
Michelle, there's a ding dong on the panel.
Well, I'll have to check. See, someone's actually summoning us. Oh, I'm on the screen here. 1 minute. There is no ding dong in the panel. I'm just on here. There's just no one here.
There was, but okay.
So, anyways, Scottish Dave, if you want to make scrambled eggs, they're not that hard to make. You need an egg whisk. You need some eggs. And some people will put a little milk in the eggs. Some don't, some do. Okay? Basically, you use the egg whisk to basically whip the eggs up into a foamy consistency. And you place them into a skillet or saucepan. I would say on a medium to low fire. You don't want it too hot. You want it hot, but you don't want it that hot. If that's cooking on an electric hob, that's going to be like a medium heat. Okay? Then once the eggs start to cook, if you want to make an omelet, you're halfway there. But if you want to make scrambled eggs, now you take a spatula and you just basically keep breaking it up, and scramble the eggs. That's why it's called scrambled. Okay? And usually I cook them till like there's a slight brown tinge to them, and that's about it. Then you take them out and you place them onto your serving dish, and then you can add a little bit of salt, if that's what you're thinking, a little bit of pepper, maybe other seasonings. It's pretty easy to make. It doesn't take a lot of work. Power Brewers and Red Bull. Well, I don't know. Right. Christmas, I really grew up on that, and it's cheap still. Michelle, is cereal considered a soup? Well, if you want to be theoretically more correct, I think a cereal would be more like a stew. The milk would definitely be like a sauce. Yeah, I mean it's kind of not, but it kind of is. My dad, Christina says my dad was a butcher, had liver coming out of my ears. Okay. How come everyone is a mod except me? Because some of these people have been around for so long and they've been mods for so long. Not everybody's a mod. It just happened to be the way it worked out. Not everybody's a mod. Okay, somebody just. Craig is summoning me to join panel, or at least. Let's see if it's really Craig. Yes, it's Craig. How you doing today?
Hey, Craig.
Hi, Paulie. What's going on?
Not much.
Hey, buddy.
Not much.
What a discussion.
Oh, a discussion about food today.
Yeah, I know. I was thinking about what Paul said about the bull bowls. What do they call them? Oysters, yeah.
Rocky Mountain oysters, yeah.
Yeah, did you ever try them?
Can't say that I have.
Thank you very much. A new follower.
I don't blame you.
We got a new follower. I think that's on the Twitch side.
The only thing that I tried that was surprised me was a heart of a cow's heart.
Oh yeah, cow heart, yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty good, but it's not my favorite by any means.
Steak and kidney pie. I never had steak and kidney pie. That does sound kind of interesting. I was a mod in the late 70s. Well, my channel didn't exist in the late 70s. I think you probably meant like on one of the dial-up bulletin boards that were common back then. We have known Michelle for 2 years or longer. Right. Looking dank today. I'm not sure exactly what that means. Looking dank.
Means you're looking good, Michelle.
Okay.
You're looking nice. Yeah, that means you're looking good. You're looking nice. You're looking hot.
You're looking good.
Looking
for
good
the
in the neighborhood.
Hey, Paul,
Yeah.
can you turn up your microphone just a tiny tad?
Is that better, Michelle?
Okay.
Can you hear me good now, Michelle?
Okay.
Okay.
Yep. So Marissa says I had like a Vespa and listened to the Who type of mod. Okay. It means sexy. Okay. Well, again, there's a lot of terms I don't know that keep changing over the years. One of them is that term. Usually, when you think of dank, you think of something like a moist dampness. I mean, like when you say I have a dank cellar, it doesn't mean you're sexy. It means your cellar smells musty and moldy.
Yeah, dank means good, Michelle. Like if you're eating something, like if you're eating you're eating some pizza, you go, man, this pizza's really dank. That means you like it a lot. It's really good.
Well, in Connecticut, in New England, it's sometimes known to say wicked. Believe it or not, this pizza is wicked. Wicked is kind of, in that case, it's kind of like
90s,
awesome.
It's like a 90s term. Yeah, it's like back in the 90s. You're a little 2000 and late.
I was born in the swing 60s. I was born in the late 60s. So I never knew the 60s, but I certainly knew by the time I was 73 years old, 1973, I sort of saw some of the disco scene, 76, 77, 78, those years were kind of interesting to me. Because you had the bicentennial.
What you doing, Winston?
Greg Sr. was gunning down the gooks in the late 60s.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Come on, Bay. You're not kidding.
How's the wife and dog doing today, Craig?
She's doing pretty good.
Good.
She's doing pretty good. It's a nice day. Is it a nice day in Michigan, Paul?
Beautiful. Yeah, it's beautiful outside.
It's nice out here too. The sun's out anyway.
Warming up a bit, 78.
It's not going to be too inhospitable.
Oh, there you go. Michelle, how is the apartment on these days? Is it bearable?
No, it's quite fine because it doesn't get really too hot because we haven't had really high humidity or heat too much. It just I think like when it was like 25 degrees Celsius, it's like, oh, let me convert it real quick into your Frankenstein units for you. Let's see. If I add 15 to the 10, 15, 30 plus 50 is like 80 degrees. It does get a little warm in here. That's because it's winter temperatures, Miami temperatures. So that's why reasons I don't like it. It was that hot. That's how hot he had it year round. With the heat running last year, and I was like, it was always a constant fight with the thermostat. And
well, that's not healthy to keep it that warm.
I don't want to keep it that warm because my electric bill goes because the electric heat's on in the summer and it's like,
oh God.
And right now,
what do you have, an electric heater too?
Yeah, we have electric heat too, which is for when the landlord turns off the central heating, we switch to electric heat. So, which we don't want to run that because it's going to send my electric bill right through the stratosphere. So what I do is it's my bedroom that's got this electric heater. And it's like, I don't need to leave it that on hot because it gets hot.
Michelle, the electric heaters, they suck down electric big time.
Michelle, is there a plug outside? Michelle, is there a plug outside, like on the back porch? Do you have a plug on the back porch, Michelle?
We got a power strip out there. I just send this through the wiring glass window so that we can
No, that's what I'm
Set up the
saying.
lights and stuff.
You gotta find an outlet, Michelle, with like outside on one of those light fixtures, and just plug all your stuff in there, and then just start running it through your window, and then just let the apartment building pay for it. That's what I would do.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, that's what I
I
would
never
do.
thought of that.
Brian Kay, there is not have any updates at all about Ed because Ed has given up on Discord, so he has totally shut down his communications channel to me. He's still theoretically talking on Messenger, but I walked away from Facebook Messenger after he started calling me evil and a couple other nasty things. So I walked away from him on Messenger and I blocked him on Messenger. So right now, the only one who has any communications with Ed is Krista. That's it. Nobody else.
Well, how does Krista get a hold of him?
Yeah.
I would assume probably through Facebook. How does Krista get a hold of him, Michelle?
She's still on Facebook Messenger with him.
Oh, because I called him on Facebook Messenger. Remember when I asked you how to spell his last name? I finally found it.
Speaking of social media,
accept
Stan,
any of the calls.
Would you be willing to work with Skynet on the issue with your phone?
Michelle, we'll get me and John Heyman already told Craig that we'll get him going with with the Discord. We don't need to bother Skynet, Michelle. He's got enough going on. I don't know if Skynet volunteered or you're volunteering him, but I think Skynet's got a lot going on, Michelle. I mean, me and John Heyman can help out Craig get his Discord going. Yeah.
So who's helping Craig? Is it you, Paul?
Yeah, more than likely.
It's okay. This is where I'm at. I have the Discord, but it's saying you already have an account, and I don't remember my password. Then it keeps going into verify.
So what you have to do,
I verify.
Yeah. So what you have to do is just type in your email and then hit forgot password, and it'll send an email to you with a reset. You can reset your password.
Yeah. Sure.
Oh, okay. So that's not a big deal. I figured it out.
Right. Yeah,
I just followed the directions.
It's fine. Craig knows he can always call me or John Heyman up. We'll help him out if he needs it. Anytime.
Yeah.
Craig needs help fucking tying his shoe. Call me up.
Help! I phone and I can't get up.
Hey, I got you, Craig. You're gonna have to hold on for a while, but I'll be there.
I know. I just gotta change out my headphones because these are going dead. I'll be right back.
Well, Brian, can you answer your question? The problem is Ed didn't want to face up and admit that he has problems. He keeps saying everybody else has a problem. He keeps deferring
they just went dead.
His realities to somebody else's and saying it's your fault. No, it's not, because you're the one who said that you said that you cannot physically live up here anymore. So why are you blaming us for something that you yourself said that you could not live here anymore because of your health?
Yeah, Michelle, Ed just needs to stop blaming people for his problems, take some accountability, and do what he needs to do. It's as simple as that. Sometimes in life, you just got to buckle down and do what you got to do. And Ed just refuses to do that. He's, not getting the proper help he needs. He's not doing the therapy. He's not taking his medications. What does he expect to happen?
Right,
yeah, no one wants to be in there. Nobody wants to be in that, facility. But if you want to get out,
but at the same time, you want to get out. Start doing a program. Start working with your medical team, and then stop making excuses. Exactly.
It's kind of like jail, Michelle, right? Like if we think about this,
that was set up as like a medium security prison because it's also
what I mean by that is if you stay on your best behavior, you fly right, don't get in any trouble, you're gonna get out a lot sooner. But you start getting into fights and raping people, you're gonna be in there a lot longer. That just needs to get it together.
He was more concerned because of infanticized and always having his hot piss baby bottles more than he wanted to have a positive impact in this world. Marissa said Craig is a GPILF. What the heck does that mean?
A GPILF. I'm thinking a grandparent I'd like to fuck.
Well, I don't think Craig's willing to go there. He already has a wife, so.
Yeah, I think they're swingers though, so you never know, Michelle. You'd never know.
Skynet said he really didn't have to do any of that though. I'm quite confident if he would have took time to rub Michelle's back or lick her moist spot. I don't know about Noodles.
So does someone else want on the panel?
No, I'm not letting Noodles on the panel.
Oh, I didn't know who it was. I was just asking. I just heard a ding dong. I was just seeing who it was.
I didn't actually hear a ding dong. I just happened to see it on the screen. Said, but the fact of the matter is, Ed talked about lots of women, but he never gave the woman who lived with him the time of day. Woman knows when it's time to move on, and if you can't perform, she won't be waiting long. Ed is an adult baby and is long overdue. I wouldn't say that, but I definitely think he's definitely in God's waiting room. Yeah. I definitely think that Ed basically has given up on life in general. It's kind of sad, but you can't fix stupid, like I said earlier. You can patch it, but you can't fix it.
Oh, I'm back on. Is that better?
What's up?
Yeah,
Noodles is still trying to barge his way on my panel.
Okay.
I don't want Noodles on here. Get lost, Noodles. Yeah.
Yeah, I put on my.
Did you realize
regular,
this is Ed's first
headset.
life ever? He's never been on Earth before. And you know what? I hope when he writes his life chart when he goes home, that I hope he actually now uses his experience in this life to actually plan a better life chart.
Well, I tried to call him on Messenger and he didn't accept the call. I tried to friend him on Facebook and he didn't accept it. So he doesn't know how, or he doesn't want to be bothered. I don't know.
Oh, he knows how to accept it, but I don't think he wants to be bothered. I think Ed realized.
Yeah, I think you're right, Michelle.
I think Ed realized that he really messed himself up pretty bad.
Yeah, well, the last thing I heard him say is, I'll just probably end up dying here. And when you got that attitude, you will.
Yeah.
You got to work at it. You know, he should be walking on his own and everything now.
Soon me and Krista are going to have to again continue on our very tiring mission of sorting out everything in the storage bin. I don't know when we're going to be getting to that, because this week on Friday, coming up the 10th, I'm going to be going down to do blood work. And then I got to go to Walmart. That means I got to fork out another $20. Ka-ching. And
what do you have to clean out the storage bin for, Michelle?
I got a lot of stuff in there that's been just thrown in there over the years haphazardly, and then the door swings in, so if something falls against the door, we'll never be able to get the storage bin open, so we got to get the stuff, keep it nice and neat so it doesn't fall against the door. And it's really not neatly cataloged or anything.
Oh, so what you should do is you have things in there that you don't want, the garbage.
That's what we were gonna start giving stuff away. So we're gonna have a keep, giveaway, and toss pile. Okay.
Okay.
And then basically we started doing that already. We found a lot of old rusty computer parts that were like really rusty, and they're like no good for nothing. So we started to put those in the toss pile, because if you got DVD drives that got rusty cases, you know damn well the mechanism inside probably isn't going to be very good either. So I put those, in the toss pile. And then Krista's husband was nice enough to come by one day and bring her stuff down to the dumpster. We have to do more of that.
Oh, that was nice. Yeah, Krista was really nice, and the husband's nice too, to help you out. That's great. I wish I lived closer, but I got my hands full with Denise right now. So.
I know.
I've been staying mostly.
I mean, I was glad to know that Celeste, now she came on the panel, she said hello to me, and
yeah.
I don't know what she thinks of me. I mean, I think she thinks I'm nice. I don't think she really.
Of course. Well, why wouldn't she? She doesn't have a harmful bone in her body. She likes everybody.
So too. What's her sign? What's her sun's sign? Is she a Pisces or a Cancer?
I don't know. Today's her birthday, actually. June 6th.
Oh wow.
Okay, so that puts her in Cancer category. Awesome. No, wait. It puts her in what is her sign? I'm trying to remember now.
Virgo.
Okay.
Virgo.
It's not Virgo. No, I know it's not Virgo.
I think it's Gemini.
Maybe Gemini. Yeah, I think it's Gemini because. No, wait, because Donald Trump was born in November, and now it's Gemini. So this.
No, November's Scorpio.
No, that's November. Oh, that's.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Gemini, Michelle.
Might be Gemini. Okay.
I'm not into the astrological stuff, but I'm pretty sure it's like Gemini. And then next is Cancer.
Yeah, I think so.
No, John. Sure. Denise does not have Alzheimer's. She suffered from mental illness or a mental funk or fugue. We don't, and she's in medical care now for that.
Yeah.
More like post-traumatic stress disorder, apparently brought on by the pandemic itself.
Staying in, I mean, we had to stay in. Couldn't see the grandchildren. Couldn't see, my daughter is a nurse. Couldn't take a chance seeing her. My son-in-law is a cop. Couldn't take a chance seeing him. Or the kids, because they were going to school, whatever. It's just, it was a rough deal on her. But
well, if it's any consolation, that lockdown stuff messed up a lot of people's lives, including mine. My wasteland's got a story to tell.
Yeah, now she mostly stays home. Doesn't like going out too much, but I did take her shopping yesterday. So she was okay with that. So,
I think deep down she's probably starting to feel relieved, seeing less people covering their faces now, which is... I don't see...
Yeah, I still wear a mask in the stores and stuff. I still wear it.
I do as well.
Yeah.
Because like my daughter tells me, she works in the hospital, and she said every day there's more cases. No monkey, whatever the hell it is, yet. Monkey disease, I don't know what it is.
Monkeypox.
Monkey virus.
Monkeypox. I wonder if that's like chicken pox.
That's like chicken pox, yeah.
Well, I had chicken pox, so did she, so I shouldn't get that. Right now, I got a goddamn rash on my arm. I don't know what the hell it came from. Drive me nuts, itching like a bastard. Jesus. Oh, God. I've been putting cortisone cream on it and everything. What is that other stuff you put on? Calamine lotion and all that.
Yeah.
Just itchy. God, you could probably see it. Let me see if I can. I don't know whether you can see it or not.
I know that a lot of people in the American Psychiatric Association and medical doctors, including psychiatrists, had said that they thought the lockdowns were extremely destructive to people's well-being. I can't go too much about that, but just to say that I am darn happy that they're not doing the same thing with monkeypox, even though the cases of monkeypox is rare. but someday, it seems like there's always somebody out there, some mad scientist somewhere with some new poison, and they want to basically kill everybody. I don't want to sound paranoid, but it seems like it.
Well, what was I gonna say? The from what I heard on with Rosie last night, in California, they're about a hair close to having to wear masks again because they're having outbreaks of the well, they call it cornholio because you can't say it on the air. So
Yeah.
California's.
What about the situation with Los Angeles and the bubonic plague? That they do have some possibility that the plague could become a problem again because of the excessive homelessness and the rat infestation.
Yeah, well, if it's brought on by rat infestation, New York City will certainly have that. Holy crap! My son is a track inspector for the Long Island Railroad.
That's Los Angeles, yes.
And he has to go in the tunnels, and there's rats. He has to wear these like leather boots up to his knees because there's rats galore, and he has to wear a mask in the tunnels too.
Right.
And that plus the homeless people, he's got to have cops go down there with him because there's homeless people that live in the subway. I mean, in the tunnel, when you go through the tunnels and they're all black, that's the homeless people live in there.
Right.
I didn't know that. They never come out.
Yeah. I mean,
that's interesting.
I mean, it's like like Louis Ressman said the same thing about New York too. As the rats actually almost as many rats as there is people. In fact, maybe there's more rats than people and cockroaches. And it's frustrating because that's one of the reasons why New York City has decided to deal with the rat problem in an old-fashioned way. Cats. They have teams of feral cats that they take care of, they fix them, they spay them, but they still put them back on the street and they say, okay, you go back to do what you naturally do. You kill the suckers.
You think a cat could take down a New York City rat? Some of them are as big as Rusty.
Yeah. Maybe Rusty could seriously take care of him. I don't know. He's pretty stocky. He's pretty big.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But a standard, little indoor house cat probably may have enough trouble with him now, or him throwing mice, but
yeah.
New York rat, no. Rusty, maybe.
Jesus. Where there's rats, a lot of rats.
Yeah.
Rosie knows all.
Well, they also are using dogs too, like certain types of terriers.
Yeah.
Are used to go after the rats too. Private individuals have created their own posses of terriers to go rat hunting. I don't know which kind of breed of dog it is. It's just a terrier. Yeah, well, New York City cats have to be tough. Look what they're competing for food against.
There's a early morning radio host that comes in the studio at 5 o'clock for his 6 o'clock show, and he said the rats have gotten so bad in the morning that they just run across your feet. He said they scare the crap out of you.
Yeah.
I could never live in there. Can you imagine? God.
Yeah, New York City is definitely never really had a good reputation for as far as pests go. I don't know why. They never did. Even back in the Victorian era, New York City was known for having problems with rats, mice, lice, and probably a few other animals that I never heard of before. Of course, prostitutes, drugs, It's not that different from the book called City Girl on the Street versus now. The apartments are newer.
Yeah,
At least you have indoor toilets, but basically, what's the difference? Not much.
well, you know what, Michelle, you're talking about rats in the city, and there's just, you know, let's say you have an apartment on the bottom floor. You can exterminate your apartment, and all it does is push them to the next apartment or push them underground,
exactly,
and then they come back up again.
It's the same thing with the
So
roaches,
it's,
too. Yeah. Thank God I don't have
not
rats.
that they'll hurt. It's not that they'll hurt anybody. They're not
Occasionally, a
hurting
field mouse
anybody. They're
comes
not
in,
going to
but
bite
Rusty
you.
takes care of that.
Now that's something. Has anybody eaten rat before?
Sure we have.
I heard that rats will gnaw on your toes. I don't know.
Yeah, most of them are scared of you. You know, it's like bears. They're actually more scared of you than you are of them. So it's like any other animal. If you leave them alone, they'll leave you alone.
Well, actually, John, there are snakes. I believe in the sewers, and Central Park does have a couple hawks now. There is the story of the red-tailed hawk. They happened to made home in New York City, and then he found a female hawk. And so there is 2 red-tailed hawks in Central Park area that watch over things. And I think they're bringing in other kinds of birds like hawks to help to deal with the rat problem. And I know there are snakes because people have been known to abandon their snakes. I don't know if they have any pythons in the sewers, but they probably do get some bigger snakes.
I'm sure they do, because these people, they get these big boas, you know, as babies, and then they grow up to about 12, 14 feet long, and they don't know how to take care of them, and they just get rid of them in the sewers. Can you imagine? Oh, I can't even think about it.
Of course.
I don't even know how my son goes down
those
the
boas are going to have a nice, steady food source, and they're going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. And maybe there'll be a video, some horror movie, some B movie called Anacondas in New York.
You know, talk about that. Do you know actually the butcher at the place where I shop? I've gotten pretty friendly with him. Do you know that, I'm trying to think, I just lost my train of thought. Jesus Christ. I lost my train of thought. I just went right out of my head.
That's okay. You were talking about a butcher.
Yeah.
So you get your groceries.
Yeah, butcher. Oh, yeah. Now I know. I was wanting to buy a bag of shrimp, and I looked on the back of the bags, and they're all from Taiwan, China, here, Vietnam, blah, blah, blah. So I went over to Ralph, and I said, Ralph, where the hell do you get shrimp that are from the United States and the Carolinas? And he said, the only ones that you can get now that are from the United States are, you know, those shrimp, Paul would probably know, those shrimp rings, you know, the prepared shrimp rings, they're made in the United States. All the shrimp are from the Carolinas.
Right.
And that's and what the thing is with the Taiwanian rats, shrimp, is they feed them human waste. That's what they eat, human waste.
Okay.
God, that turned me off the shrimp, boy. I only get the shrimp rings now, made in good old USA. But when the
I never really
Vietnamese,
listened to
farm
shrimp
them,
that much anyway, so.
well, I don't either. They're too expensive. But you know, feeding them human waste. I mean, give me a
Here's the
break.
funny thing: if you're raising shrimp on shrimp waste, yet you still are deveining a shrimp, which means you're removing their intestinal tract.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Yeah, but they eat crap. I mean, how good can they be to you?
I mean,
I
how
mean, I
much
remember
nutritional value
when I
is
was
there
a
in
kid. I
human poop?
mean,
I don't even know. I mean, I know we have dung beetles, but they don't necessarily eat dung. But they, you know, they make dung balls. I don't know if they actually eat the stuff, but they
oh,
actually
gumbo.
collect all the waste and
Yeah,
make
that's
dung
down
balls.
that's down in Louisiana. But those shrimp that they make the gumbo out of, they're raised shrimp
Yeah.
in Louisiana, so they're good shrimp. And North Carolina and South Carolina, especially South Carolina, are big on shrimp. When I went to South Carolina, they would sell them by the pound on the side of the road, you know, with the heads on them and everything, with the little feelers, and they were the best shrimp I ever tasted. But you had to break them down. You had to break the heads off and all that, because they were whole. And they were very good. Did Paul leave?
John,
I'm
I'm sure there
I'm
have
here.
been people even in the 21st century that use human compost to make manure. I mean, human manure to raise food. I suppose it's very common. You probably do, and you probably don't even know about it.
Yeah,
I mean,
don't wanna know about it either.
if you're using cow
I wanted
manure
to
as
make sure my
manure,
buddy was
especially
still
with the
here.
nitrate shortage and the artificial fertilizer shortage, farmers are using cow manure again. The only thing is they're finding is that there's not a lot of cow manure to meet the needs of all the farmers, and so there's kind of a high price right now on cow manure. So I suppose that in cities where, like larger city sewage treatment plant, well, if they bring the manure in and go through the separation stage, that the solids might be dried out and given disinfected and given to farmers as a way to deal with
Yeah,
the
well,
situation with the shortage of fertilizer. Nobody said it wasn't disgusting. It's just it's the reality. Is people right now are desperate to find an alternative for the things that they don't have. And since we can't get readily access to artificial fertilizers right now, farmers have no choice but to use animal waste for fertilizer, along with certain
aminal.
types of vegetable waste.
Aminal.
Well, aminal waste. The I don't know whether do you like pork, Paul? Like
Oh, yeah.
pork roast or pork loin or anything, pork chops? Well,
Definitely.
stock up on them. Yeah, well, stock up on them and put them in your freezer if you have a big enough freezer, because pork is very cheap now, and the reason being is that they overproduced, so they're just about giving the pork away, like 99 cents a pound and stuff. So that's a good staple to keep in the freezer.
Yeah, I got a
You can
deep
make
freeze in the
pulled
basement.
pork. Go ahead, Paul, I'm sorry.
Oh, nothing. I was just saying I got a deep freezer in the basement I can fill up, yeah.
Yeah, John, that's actually not uncommon. Remember one thing, long before any modern sewage treatment plant, remember the Mexicans used to eat maize. Well, obviously they discovered that, obviously the kernels would end up in their poop. And then they realized that they could actually start harvesting that and start raising maize, i.e., which later would become corn, because they realized that now we had the seeds. We were shitting out of our ass the whole time.
What did you say they were eating, Michelle?
Maize. Corn,
Corn.
Who?
The predecessor to corn.
Oh, corn. Well, I know corn is very expensive. The only place here you can really get good corn, like the yellow and the white corn, they call it sweet corn, is out in the Hamptons. Because they have a lot of cornfields out east.
For those of you who do not know this, you can use your EBT SNAP to buy seeds for food. And you can buy seeds like peas, corn, carrots, potatoes, whatever potatoes you use. I don't know what they use for seeds.
Long
Any
as
of those seeds,
long as they're not
you can buy
flowers,
those
I
on
guess.
EBT Snap Card. I don't know if you knew that. I didn't know it either until a lady that was fully familiar with the SNAP program said this on her YouTube channel. I said, really? Of course it does not pay for your implements, you know, your spades, your rakes, or anything like
fertilizer and
that.
all that crap.
But the seeds themselves are actually food stamp items.
Well, I had a little garden by the house here one year, about 5 years ago, and all the rabbits came and ate everything as fast as it could grow.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't do that anymore.
Yeah, I mean, that's what you might want to consider doing, like, because your age also is, maybe you might want to consider doing, like, a victory garden, like you said, where you can have everything in pots, maybe on a suitable outdoor table surface so that you can easily get at it.
Yeah. Yeah, like 5-gallon pots. Like Home Depot pails and stuff like that.
Right.
I'm not growing anything. I'm not growing anything right now.
Right, I know. I'm not either.
I haven't got the energy to keep up with that crap.
Well, even if I was to grow anything right now, because the growing season started really kind of late, I don't really know what I would get out of the ground this year. If any planting was occurred, it should have been around March. But this March was so cold that nobody would wanted to plant anything unless, like I said, you planted them in pots and then you lugged them out onto the porch. But given the fact that we got the bleach lady trying to run around bleaching my underwear, I would hate to see what you would do to my vegetables.
Yeah, probably piss on them.
Yeah.
Well, how does she get at your underwear? What do you hang them out on the porch or something?
Yeah, I hang my underwears out on the porch. You throw some kind of a bleach cocktail on them that just totally disintegrates them.
You know what you could
Unless
use,
I
Michelle?
catch
Remember
early
those
enough.
old-fashioned,
I think I caught it early enough this time. But
do you remember those old-fashioned things that my mom had one that fold up for hanging small items?
Yeah,
just keep them in the house.
Yeah,
put them near a
trees.
window in the house, and they'll dry out.
Yeah, a closed tree. Yeah, you can use one of them too. I can get one of those.
Yeah, I had one of those when my dryer broke. Worked pretty good too. Are you hearing all that noise in the background?
A little bit. Not really. What are you talking
It sounds like something from World of Warcraft, like someone's killing a spider or something.
No, that's fine.
No, they're taking a tree down next door.
Oh, okay.
That's the
sounds like the tree's fighting.
Yeah, you know it. Well, I'm gonna get off because this noise is annoying the shit out of me. So I'm sure it is you guys.
Okay.
And I'll see you a little later.
It's time to get ready to wrap it up anyway.
Night, so I gotta. I worked last night. I got home at 7 this morning, so I have to get some sleep.
I hope to see you on the panel too.
Later.
I hope to see you on the Discord soon too.
Yeah, I'm gonna work that out.
So check your email
for the everybody.
Code and stuff.
Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure as always.
Yeah. Thank you.
Take care.
Have a good one.
Okay, so that was Craig, and we had a good show today. We covered a lot of different grounds, and also it was a good show because we got a chance to talk to Stan CT about what was going on with the situation with Ed, and I think that was important, because we now know that Stan's not mad at me, which is nice to know. I don't know why he would have been mad at me anyway, but I definitely agree that, Ed's situation is out of control. And not at all positive for anyone to have to deal with that. Also, I am very happy to see the number of people that have been subscribing to the channel and are now starting to follow us on Twitch. And I'm looking forward to seeing more people on both YouTube and Twitch, because there's so much more I want to do. As far as playing World of Warcraft at 12 noon, probably not today. What I'm going to do is two things. I do want to work on some other projects and get caught up on the news and things like that. And so I'm going to do that. Plus, of course, I'm going to make some breakfast. I didn't eat yet. So I'm going to be kind of hungry. And just generally, a lot of interesting situations going on. Let's see. Pull up the chat, which is I kind of covered it up by mistake. Oops. Okay, so slide this over a little more. Omar, thank you. It says here, nothing new for messages. Get some chops. Yeah, okay. I'm not really into pork. Really, I'm not. I'm really not into pork. I really don't like a lot of meat. So, I'll eat some, but it's not my favorite meal of the day. Like I said, once in a while, I'll go ahead and cheat and get a double cheeseburger plain over at McDonald's. But because I don't like condiments, I don't like mustard, I don't like pickles, I don't like ketchup, I am very, very particular of what I eat, and so that throws a lot of people for a loop. Yeah. But for now, everybody, thank you very much for being on today's show. And I welcome you all to be by tomorrow. Please remember that Friday, I will not be here on a morning show on Friday. We might have an afternoon show, maybe with Krista, depending on how it goes for Friday. We are going to have a night show on Wednesday, like we usually do. But is it going to be a World of Warcraft stream, or is it going to be a regular night show? I don't know. We know that Friday is a night show. We know Saturday is a night show. Saturday is definitely going to be a regular night show. The problem is, with the World of Warcraft group, is since I paid for another 2 months for Paul and Skynet, we need to really hurry up and level up, because they're going to run out of time soon. And so we need to make sure to get as much leveling as we can. Fafer is working on leveling himself up high enough to play with us. And I'd love to see more people join us on World of Warcraft. And it's easy enough to do. It's not hard for you to join. It's free for up to level 20 in retail. You can try it out. Just go to blizzard.com or blizzard.net to download the retail Battle for Azeroth package, and then play the starter edition for up to level 20. And if you like the game, you can go ahead and subscribe to a monthly deal. There is there's definitely a 3 months, and I think there is a 6 months deal. I don't think they have the 1 year deal. It would be nice if they did, but they don't. So, if you're really interested in that, do check it out. Absolutely. Okay. Oh my God! What? Look at the BPS rate. 1,021. Ooh, baby. That's nice. Not right. We don't got no disco ball. Maybe finally the phone company finally fixed the wires. Maybe. All right, guys. Talk to you later. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, everybody. This is like a 16-inch grinder. Hope you're hungry, because you're going to be eating a lot of it. No. don't need them. Why would I want to have to put money
Well,
into
I know you don't need it. Well, because you might want big whoppers.
These
I
are the
don't know.
real deal, baby. These are real.
But you wouldn't want, you've seen Rosie's. I mean, they're massive.
I know. But then again, we also see, like, other people that got those things. What happens is after you get to be a certain age, everything sags. And of course, we have the tools of trade, the fame, the calendar, the clapper. Let's call the spirits back real quick.
Gauntlet 1 versus fight.
That's how we take care of those pests.
Ow! Oh, that's gonna hurt. Alright. And thank you very much for watching. Stay out of trouble, guys. I will see you tomorrow morning, normal time. Yep. Okay.